Hello everyone, I invite you to every Monday's cryptocurrency review. Let's start by checking the current situation on the BTC pair to USDT, taking into account the 4-hour interval. First, we will use the blue lines to mark the sideways trend channel in which the price is moving. Despite an attempt to exit the indicated channel upwards, the price quickly returned to its previous level. Locally, using the yellow line, we can mark a downtrend under which the price remains. Now we can move on to marking support areas when the price starts a major correction. For this purpose, we will use the trend-based fib extension tool, and after unfolding the grid, we can see that the first support is at $25,462. Then we have support at $25,054. And then we can mark support zone from $24,712 to $24,385. Looking the other way, we can determine the places of resistance in a similar way. Here we can see that the price is fighting a resistance at $25,986, which it has no strength to break yet. Then there is a resistance at $26,393, a third resistance at $26,721. Then the price needs to break the resistance zone from $27,055 to $27,536 to go further towards the resistance at $28,125. Please pay attention to the CHOP index, which indicates that a lot of energy has been accumulated for the upcoming move. The RSI indicator is moving in the lower part of the range with a place for the price to go a little lower, while the stock indicator, despite a significant rebound, is still there so that we can see the price drop. As the second chart in today's review, we'll be looking at BNB versus USDT, also on a 4-hour time frame. First, we will use the yellow line to mark the uptrend from which the price went down, then we have a visible downtrend, from which we observe the sideways exit, and currently we can mark the local channel of the sideways trend with the blue lines. Now let's move on to marking the places of support. We will use the fib retracement tool to mark the support, and here we can see that the price is at the upper border of the support zone from $215 to $210. However, when we fall below this zone, we still have support at $203. And then we can see a strong drop to the support area at $184. Looking the other way, we can also mark the places where the price should meet resistance. And here, a slight price movement will enter the resistance zone from $216 to $220. Then we have the second zone from $223 to $225. Then resistance at $229, and then resistance at $234. The CHOP index indicates that there is a lot of energy to be used in the upcoming move. On the RSI, we are in the middle of the range, which makes it difficult to determine the direction. But the stock indicator indicates a rebound, which may push the price towards the resistance zone. Next, we will go to the atom chart, but here we will check the one-day interval. Using the blue lines, we can mark the downtrend channel in which the price is moving, and we can see that we are approaching the lower border of the indicated channel. Let's start by marking the price support spots, and we see that we first have a $7.05 to $6.03 support zone. However, if the price goes lower, we have a very strong $5.03 to $3.60 zone. And then when this zone is broken, we can see a drop to the $1.77 support area. Looking the other way, we can similarly determine the places of resistance that the price has to face. And here we see that the price has rejected the first zone, which goes from $8.39 to $9.41. When we get out of it, the price has to go through the second zone from $10.24 to $11.10, and then move towards very strong resistance zone from $12.23 to $13.73. The CHOP index indicates that there is still energy for the ongoing downward movement. We are in constant rebound on the RSI, and we see that each increase gives a quick return to the lower limit of the range, while the stock indicator is heavily exhausted, which may give a temporary price rebound. The last one in today's chart is the dot chart in pair to USDT on a one-day time frame. First, we will use the blue lines to mark the downtrend channel in which the price is currently moving. At this point, it is worth including EMA cross 10 and 30, which indicate the place of transition into a downtrend in which the price is still maintained. Moving on, we can move on to marking support areas when we start a larger correction. And here the first support is at the price of $4.24, where the price remains. While further we have a strong support zone from $4.06 to $3.88. Looking the other way, we see that the price needs to break through the resistance zone from $4.49 to $4.72. Then we have a second visible zone from $4.90 to $5.09. Then resistance at $5.35. And another resistance at $5.68. On the CHOP index, we see that most of the energy is used. On the RSI, we are moving at the lower end of the range, while the stock indicator is also moving at the lower end, which may indicate an imminent change in price direction. Technical analysis is provided by a third party and for informational purposes only. It does not reflect the views of CryptoDaily, nor is it intended to be used as legal, tax, investment, or financial advice.